Hey guys, how's it going? BaxtyB here and welcome back to my channel, and today I am so excited to reveal to you my first ever gameplay series on this channel. Yes, you've seen reactions from me until I'm blue in the face with one gameplay video in the course of nearly 3 months of doing this thing. But I am changing that right now. It's going to be a Street Fighter 5 content series, and it's called the 10 win challenge. Now, I know what you're thinking, what, 10 win streak? No, just 10 wins in matches, not set. So if I lose a best of 2, 2-1, but that one will still count as a win. And the reason for this is that I am a low ranked player in Street Fighter 5. I'm actually a bronze ranked. I'm kind of in that awkward position between bronze and super bronze where I kind of flip between the two. But I want to get better and I want to improve. But I also have a problem where I have difficulty choosing main characters. I think I've had like 10 mains since I started playing this game about 2.5 years ago. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play the game and get 10 wins with each character that I've chosen. I've chosen 7 characters to start off with, and I'm going to see how many characters I can get through. Now, my time limit is until the release of Guilty Gear Strive. When that game comes out, that's going to be taking up quite a lot of my time. But which are the 7 characters that I have chosen? Well, the first character I think is pretty obvious, and that is Rose. Brand new character. She only came out on Monday, I think it was. So I think it's fair to say it's easy to start with her. I've not streamed her yet, so what better way to get some time with her than by doing the series and starting off with her. Early impressions of Rose, by the way, are very good. I think she's very strong. Next up, we've got Rasheed. Now, Rasheed is one of my favourite characters in Street Fighter 5, and I've chosen a character from each of the arcade mode runs. So if they started in that arcade mode run, then that's the one they represent. Now, Rasheed obviously represents Street Fighter 5 because he's new in this series, and he's automatically become a fan favourite. He's one of my favourite characters, and I think at the moment he's probably my de facto main at the moment. I would say he's probably the character I'm best with out of these 7, but I look forward to exploring him a little bit more as I push towards these 10 wins. Next up, coming up from Street Fighter 1, or the original Street Fighter, we have Balrog, or Bison as he was known in Japan, but Balrog. Balrog is a character that I actually haven't really given that much time to, but I played him recently and thought, actually, you know what, there's something to this guy, and he's one of the classic Street Fighter characters, and I want to give him a go. And that's what's prompted me to choose him for this challenge. It could be that I play him and go, you know what, thanks but no thanks, don't want to play you again. But he and a couple of other characters on this list represent that kind of mentality of, I'm really interested in trying you. He's also a charge character. I'm not the biggest fan of charge characters generally, but I feel if I can play him and get used to him, maybe I can get better at playing charge characters. Speaking of which, Bison. Yes, Bison is next. The villain of Street Fighter 5. He's a character that I haven't given too much time to, but actually, when I first played the game, I really enjoyed using him on the offline modes, but then never really transferred him over to the online modes, which is a bit strange, really. But now's the time, I think, for me to spend just a bit of time with Bison and see what he's got and understand him a bit better. Oh, bit of a spoiler there. Press 2 buttons at once. Okay, so next up we've got Gil. Gil fascinated me from the moment his trailer dropped at the North American Regional Finals back in 2019. He is incredibly difficult to use, and that's kind of put me off using the character, but I really, really want to use him in this context. So Gil will be next up, and he's someone that I'm really desperate to learn. Then we have Dan. Dan, I think, has been a revelation since he came into the game. Nobody wanted him, but everybody loves him. It's one of those weird ones where it's like, actually, this guy is really, really good. And Capcom spent time getting this guy ready. So Dan, straight in on this list. Of course, just to go back, just to clarify, Bison, Street Fighter 2, Gil Street Fighter 3, Dan Street Fighter Alpha, and from Street Fighter 4, Seth. Again, another character that is very technical to use, but somebody that interests me, and he's very different to his Street Fighter 4 iteration, and I think that's what makes, for me anyway, Seth so fascinating to use. So that is why, that's my 7 characters, that's who I'm initially going to use. Now, it could be that I get through these characters pretty quickly. If I do that, then I'm literally I've got on my phone, I've got a draw from a hat app. I'm going to put all the names of the remaining characters in there and put them out there into the world. I'll draw them all and then just work my way down the list one by one until such time that I have to finish the challenge, and I can essentially transfer it over to Guilty Gear Strive. That's the beauty of this thing. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, well, you've been playing online for a while, probably. If you've got bronze rank, surely you've got more than 10 wins with a lot of characters. That's true, I do. I think I've got close to maybe 50, 60 wins with Cody, for example. But the simple fact of the matter is everybody is reset to 0. And it's just 10 wins with each character. Now, I would ideally like to get to 300 wins, because that means I get that trophy, which will be lovely. And if I go up a few ranks, maybe get to silver, I probably won't get to gold, but if I can get to silver, maybe that would be lovely. But I'm not focusing on ranking up so much. It's about enjoying the characters and enjoying the progress. So how's this going to work? I'm going to stream my progress and then upload highlights here to YouTube. And then if you want to come and watch me stream the progress, you can come to my Twitch channel. I will be streaming in just a few minutes' time, actually. If you are watching this on day of release, of course. You can find a link to my Twitch channel below. And I'll always be very good at telling you when I'm going live. I'll probably be streaming on Mondays and Thursdays. Because, I don't do this full time. And I need time to, find time to make the content as well as find time to stream as well. But Mondays and Thursdays, I think, are the days that I'm going to be trying this challenge. And in the meantime, when I'm playing online, I'll probably be using Rasheed initially. He's kind of my de facto main at the minute, so I'll probably be spending a bit more time with Rasheed in my off-camera time, as it were. Well, guys, there you have it. There is my explanation of the 10-win challenge. I can't wait for you guys to see what I can do. Ultimately, it's not that much at this stage. And I'm looking forward to exploring the 7 characters that you can see on the screen. If you want to sign yourself up and make sure, yeah, that sounds fun, I'm going to make sure I'm there for every video, then please do hit the subscribe button below. I've had some amazing support since I started doing this in the last few months, and I'd really love it if you came on this journey with me as I try to improve myself in just fighting games in general. If you've got any advice for me, then please do put it in the comments. I'm always happy to discuss. And until next time, guys, stay safe, and I shall speak to you soon.